Good morning, welcome to the meditation. Let us start by setting a proper motivation as usual, Mahayana motivation. You can remember how since beginningless time we have been under the control of our karma and delusions, constantly taking rebirth due to them. Constantly going through the different types of suffering, experiencing events that we don't have any control about, constantly taking rebirth in the different realms of samsara without any control. Try to give rise to the wish, may I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering, the root causes being self-grasping ignorance and a self-centered attitude. May I eliminate these two root causes and all my afflictions, all my delusions, and experience nirvana, a state completely free from suffering. Then try to recognize how not only myself but all sentient beings are in the same boat, the same situation, constantly going through the different types of suffering due to their karmas and delusions, constantly taking rebirth in the different realms of samsara, experiencing misery, experiencing events they have no control of, constantly being propelled because of the negative karma they have accumulated. Because of their afflictions, their delusions, which are rooted in the self-grasping ignorance. May all my dear mother sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. The root causes being self-grasping ignorance and the self-centered attitude. I myself will take responsibility to free all my dear mother sentient beings from suffering and its causes. I have this precious human rebirth. I have met the teachings of the Buddha. I will make effort to study, contemplate, and meditate in order to eliminate all my obscurations. I will make effort to generate bodhicitta and realize the nature of reality, the emptiness of objective existence, which will gradually eliminate all my afflictive obscurations, and then with more effort will also eliminate all my cognitive obscurations. It will unveil my Buddha nature. Only by becoming a Buddha will I be able to help sentient beings perfectly, to guide them with the state of omniscience, the state of full awakening. May I become a Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. try to generate this motivation in your heart. May I become a Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. With this motivation in mind, we will do 5 minutes of shamatha practice, single pointed meditation, calm abiding. So I'll just very quickly remind you of the important instructions. The first is the posture. Ideally, sit with the 7 points of Buddha Vairocana posture. The two most important things is for the body to be upright and for the eyes not to be closed, to be slightly open. The second is your object of meditation, your focal point. Please use the object you're familiar with. If you don't have an object, if you're not familiar with this meditation, you can visualize a tiny dot of white light between your nose and your upper lip, about 1 or 2 mm in diameter, and place all your attention there, all your focus there. You can also count the cycles of breathing. The third instruction is to be aware of the errors that will arise during meditation. The mind will be distracted in 2 different ways. The first is excitement, for example, thinking about past and future. And the second is lethargy, laxity, dullness, the mind sinking. And the fourth, the fourth instruction, it is very important to constantly check with introspection. Am I meditating? Am I concentrated on my object? And if not, very important to apply mindfulness, to bring the mind back to the object and make sure not to forget the object, to tie the mind onto the object. An analogy for that is a bit like if you have a pet dog and you notice he runs away. This is the first step, introspection, noticing the dog runs away. And the second step, mindfulness, bringing the dog back to your house and maybe with the leash, put the leash around the pole so that the dog doesn't run away again. So let's try this for 5 minutes. Gently come out of the meditation. So today we will be meditating on the qualities, the excellent qualities of the three objects of refuge, the three jewels, in order to meditate on the Lamrim, to realize the different points of the Lamrim. We need to collect a lot of merit, because since beginningless time, our minds have been habituated to our afflictions and seeing things in a completely opposite way as how things are presented in the Lamrim, how things exist in reality. Therefore, we need merit just like a car needs fuel. So we can visualize in front of us Shakyamuni Buddha and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the refuge field. And around us we can visualize all sentient beings, starting with your mother of this life on the left, father of this life on the right. And we are guiding all sentient beings into these practices today. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye Chodan Soge Chonam La Chonshu Bado Dagne Kyabso Chi Dagi Jinso Kipe Tsognam Ki Jora Benjir Sangye Jupara Isho Sangye Chodan Soge Chonam La Chonshu Bado Dagne Kyabso Chi Dagi Jinso Kipe Tsognam Ki Jora Benjir Sangye Jupara Isho. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. So here we can take a moment to quickly accumulate a vast amount of merit by rejoicing. We can think of all the deeds of Shakyamuni Buddha, all the enlightened activities of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You can think of all your holy teachers, all the actions they do to benefit sentient beings. You can think of all the ordained Sangha, particularly Sangha living in monasteries, every day engaging in activities of listening, contemplating, meditating, offering service, doing retreats, teaching. You can also rejoice in your own virtuous actions and those of your friends and families. And then we continue. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence. And please turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. We'll do a short mandala offering. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Niryatayami. And in order to seek blessings to realize different points of the Lamrim, as usual, we will read the foundation of all good qualities, short prayer composed by Lama Tsongkhapa that includes all the essential points of the Lamrim. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativities, and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the Pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all modern migratory beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop only bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have specified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the Fortunate Ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments is keeping pure vows in Samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of the Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and the paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajratara. So we have been contemplating how important it is to rely on a teacher to guide us. We have seen how rare and fortunate it is to have this human rebirth that we have now with all our leisures and freedoms, meeting the teachings of the Buddha, being able to study them and put them into practice. We have seen that eventually death will come, and it might come anytime. We have seen that at the time of death, it is very likely that due to the power of the karmas we have accumulated in the past, we will be propelled to a lower rebirth. And we have started analyzing how the 3 objects of refuge, The three jewels can protect us. By following the advice of the Buddha, the Sangha, by engaging in the Dharma. We will not engage in non-virtue, we will not create more causes for our rebirth. Today we will look at the excellent qualities of the three jewels in order to generate faith and confidence in them. So first let's look at the qualities of the Buddha, the excellent qualities of his body. He is depicted beautifully adorned with the 32 signs, the 32 major signs and the 80 minor marks, 80 exemplifications, which are all results of his practice. You can think of the excellent qualities of the Buddha's speech. For example, he is able to answer all the questions of all the beings with just one single word. You can think of the excellent qualities of the Buddha's mind. Every single consciousness of the Buddha is omniscient, seeing all conventional truths and all ultimate truths simultaneously. The Buddha perceives what we perceive, but also the emptiness of objective existence of all phenomena simultaneously. Also, the Buddha has perfect, unconditional love and compassion for every being throughout the universe. You can also think of the excellent qualities of the Buddha's enlightened activities. The exalted activities of his body, speech, and mind are spontaneous and uninterrupted to benefit all sentient beings. Now let us contemplate the excellent qualities of the Dharma. All those qualities, limitless qualities of the Buddha, they come from meditating on and realizing the Dharma. The Buddha has actualized true cessations, thereby eliminating all faults, all obscurations. He did so by meditating on true paths, the wisdom of emptiness, realizing the emptiness of objective existence of all phenomena. So thanks to this meditation, the Buddha achieved true cessations, complete eliminations of all obscurations, and attained all his excellent qualities. The Dharma is therefore able to give rise to all the realizations and abandonments of the path up to enlightenment. The Dharma is that which liberates. Let us contemplate the excellent qualities of the Sangha. In general, the main Sangha refers to the Arya beings, those who have directly realized emptiness of true existence, who have directly realized the reality of all phenomena. The Sangha, they study, practice, and uphold the Dharma and teach it to others with compassion. So therefore we should take refuge in the Buddha as the teacher of refuge. We should take refuge in the Dharma as the actual refuge. And we should take refuge in the Sangha as those who assist us to attain refuge. We can think, for example, of the Buddha as being like a doctor who diagnoses our illness and prescribes the medicine, which is the Dharma, the medicine that cures us, that cures our minds, that liberates us from samsara and leads us to full awakening. And we can think of the Sangha as like the nurses who help us while we are recovering. So take a moment to think about all these qualities of these three jewels and try to generate strong faith and confidence in them. Then we will dedicate the merits. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase forevermore. You can also dedicate the merits that we have accumulated in this session, that we have accumulated in the past, so that our holy lamas may have long and healthy lives. May they be able to continue to teach us the Dharma, to guide us for a very long time. We can pray for the swift return of Gyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. We can also dedicate so that there may be no wars, famines, epidemics, natural disasters, so that peace and harmony may prevail. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a beautiful day.